So at the end of the day, it's my perspective that PR and communications is more of an art. Marketing is more of a science. So I always see, and all the speakers I think would agree with this, technology is vitally important, but it's a tool, a much more tool, in my opinion. We look at AI, artificial intelligence, for example. I have not, in the US at least, and I really liked Matt's example of how it's employed in the UK, but I have not seen it used in traditional PR here in the States. It doesn't have the capability at this point to adjust to another human the way human beings can. Just take the example of media relations. Many journalists have needs that are immediate and that change quickly. And that's something AI can't adjust to. I think as was shared earlier, PR people are using AI tools far more than we ever have in the past to help with research, to help with certain parts of work. I know that Cision, one of the sponsors, I think, of the today's event, this morning's event for me, Cision has a number of tools that PR companies use to monitor news, to monitor social media, to measure what's being said in the news, being said in social media about a client, a product, a service, all of which are very important. And with many PR departments facing severe cuts due to the economic challenges related to COVID, those who remain in their positions have relied far more on AI to replace the lost person power. So again, AI is a tool for public relations professionals to do their jobs. What I think, and I want to touch on a couple of areas of tech and then sort of talk about more philosophical issues, and I'll go fast. So ROI, return on investment, it's another instrument that we need to prove our necessity. I think as we're facing these challenges, PR professionals need to embrace something that we don't like to embrace. We need to embrace results, and that's always a hard thing. COVID is slashing PR budgets. And when they're tight, PR has to work harder than marketing to prove its true value, because we live in a place of messaging, which is vitally important in my country. This entire year has been an extreme challenge when it comes to messaging. As has been mentioned, we're in some political turmoil, and we have been since the beginning of the year. And it's all about messaging. What's interesting to me is at a time when, because of COVID, everyone's home far more. The usage of social media has gone way up. The viewing of media has gone way up. And I think, as Matt, I believe, said, the trust in those institutions has gone way down, which is a really challenging dichotomy for us. But again, to me, that's why it comes down to the personal interaction, the human touch. That's the most important thing. I think always will be. We talk about technology, using technology. An international app that's used far more outside of the States than inside is WhatsApp. I work in the legal space. There was a horrible plane crash some time ago with Lion Air in Indonesia. And we had firms, we were using WhatsApp to disseminate information to people we represented in Indonesia. So there's American companies that are using these tools like WhatsApp and other social media platforms. Hellmann's Mayonnaise, I don't know if you're familiar with that brand. Hellmann's wanted to reach out to South America. Okay, they're sorry, heard the voice. WhatsApp used, Hellmann's used WhatsApp to reach out to South America to promote their product, to start some interest in countries like Brazil, Chile, and other parts of that region. So it has to be a tool. It always has to be a tool. I think right now, our focus has to be getting back to basics. What separates me, Joe Marchelewski, from a lot of people I work with is I'm always willing to put in the human touch, to go the extra mile, to communicate on a personal level. And right now, whether it's a product, whether it's a service, the companies, the agencies that are willing to, while we're in this current state, put in the human touch, put in the human element, is what's going to separate success from failure. We have to have creativity with our content. Media outlets are doing historic layoffs. In the US right now, negativity is the norm, and this is letting me know that my time is up. We need to focus on content that is positive. Positive content will get a positive reaction. And right now, that's what's cutting through. That's what's cutting through all of the noise of a great deal of negativity all over the place. So thanks so much for letting me speak.